Hi, my name is Sophia Jones. My background is in horticulture, and this year I am starting a master in bioscience, specializing in plant science, and ultimately working towards becoming an astrobotanist. I participated in the YSP project for designing future human habitats on the Moon and Mars, mentored by Dr. Jen Blank. I decided to focus on the Moon because I was particularly interested in these pits that have been highlighted by NASA as potential landing and human habitat sites on the Moon. The background for this project is that there are 100 people going to the Moon, and they need a place to live. The pie chart in the middle is a population distribution of the roles of those 100 people. For example, there are 7 people allocated to community support, and they would be responsible for creating and fostering a sense of community between the various members living there. Additionally, there are 10 people allocated to education, but that is only if we are expecting children to live in the community in the future. If not, those 10 people can be allocated to other specialties. On the left are 2 factors to take into account as I decided to focus on the food production part of the habitat. Firstly, human factors, such as a variety in flavor and texture in the food produced, cultural preferences, and happiness and satisfaction. There are also classic environmental factors to take into account, such as temperature, humidity, pH and nutrient levels, contamination, and media selection. A factor that is more unique to growing off Earth is radiation. As I focused on food production, there were 3 additional things I wanted to be aware of in my design. The habitat needs to produce enough food to feed 100 people. It needs to be highly efficient with little human labor input. And that the food production is just a part of it, as there are also medicinal and therapeutic benefits. To feed 100 people, the growing facility needs to be about 4,000 square meters, although it could range from 3,000 to 5,000 square meters. The plants need to be compatible and diverse for full nutritional coverage and a vegan diet, as there are no animals in this habitat. Robots need to be integrated into the production and data collection system to reduce human labor input. And, as I previously mentioned, there are therapeutic effects from spending time in a natural area that feels like home away from home, and medicinal benefits, such as from secondary metabolites in some plants. There were many factors to consider in the design process, such as location and logistics for landing and building a habitat. Payload weight is the biggest concern, and alternative structure components need to be considered, such as glass and 3D printed structures made from lunar regolith. There also needs to be a balance between the work and personal lives of those living there. They can't be expected to work 24/7. As I worked on this project, I thought about how my research could be used in a future lunar habitat, and also how I could address current problems here on Earth. Food production off of Earth is difficult, and closed-loop controlled environment systems could help us grow on Earth in the face of issues like climate change and natural extreme environments, all while reducing waste and damage caused by traditional agriculture. Expansion to the Moon is just the first step. I wanted to keep in mind that these ideas could be translated to production on Mars. There would of course be differences in the impacts of a different amount of gravity, different properties of the regolith, and perhaps different priorities in the food produced. AI is a hot topic right now, and it was a major part of this project. It began with generating images of radially oriented vertical growing systems to generating images of living communities, cafeterias, craft and relaxation spaces, engineering bays, and EVA preparation sites. AI allowed me to visualize my ideas quickly and share them with others in my project group. Thank you for this amazing opportunity. I'm so happy to be a part of the YSP community, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we grow next.